yeah, that's the next thing I was gonna do anyways, is we have a couple of new things, a couple of new announcements. It's like not all new cards, but just a couple of news regarding the OCG that'll eventually matter for us as well. So why don't we, let's start with the new K9 card. It's called Case of K9. It is a continuous spell card. And it says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. When this card resolves, you can add a K9 monster from your deck to your hand. K9 monsters you control gain 900 attack the turn your opponent activated the monster effect in hand or graveyard. If this card in the spell trap zone is destroyed by card effect, you can set a K9 spell trap from your deck or graveyard. This card changes everything. I think. I remember distinctly with K9. I remember my initial it's not just the fact that this is a consistency card, which is very good, of course. It's like an in archetype tanky, yeah. But it changes everything because the K9s, some of them search spell cards, and we looked at it and it was like, oh wow, but there's only like these rank up spells and nothing else that you can search. No real value from your spell searchers. And this changes that. This changes that because now you can search a good spell actually off of some of the K9 searchers. Like a bunch of them had like search a K9 spell trap, and it was just weird because it was just rank up stuff that they had. This is a really good search target. There's nothing else to say here. There's nothing crazy to analyze here. It's like a searcher with 2 bonuses, which makes it a very good card overall. But I think in the context of what we've already seen from K9, it's huge that they get a useful spell card. Food for Detonator. It is food for Detonator. At the same time, we will get these cards in a couple of months. So that is just something that we're going to have to wait and see how relevant that still is at that moment. But yeah. So that is a new card. Then we've got some other news. It's just going to be like a batch of different things that we're going to look at right now. Not everything is new card related, but this was something that I've already mentioned this in the last podcast or after the last podcast recording, if you were there last week, at the end of last week, but I haven't streamed since, so we haven't looked at it on my stream yet. So just a quick mention. This is something that I was quite sad about. And I'll tell you why. So they have announced the deck list for the Tactical Tri Exosister deck in the OCG. Which, just for context and why this matters, or at least why I thought this mattered, these are sort of like starter decks that they're doing in the OCG now, which are basically almost ready to play. Like, they're not perfect and they're not the most up-to-date meta decks, but they're meant to be like, you buy one product, like one Tactical Tri deck, and it's like a ready-to-play, somewhat viable deck. Right? It's not something where you have to buy like 3 copies of a structure deck to make it even remotely playable or something like that. No, you just get this ready out of the box, and it's like it's a fine Yu-Gi-Oh deck. And so the reason why this matters is one of the rumors or one of the conspiracy theories that's been going around that I thought was actually, it kind of made sense, was that Maxi went to 2 but hasn't moved further since, because in the last wave of Tactical Tri decks, all of them had 2 Maxis. So the theory was they didn't want to put Maxi to 1 or 0 in order to not make those products basically illegal decks, because they're meant to be ready to play out of the box. So if Maxi is limited and those have 2 Maxis, is kind of weird for new players because that. So I thought that if with the new wave of Tactical Tri decks, if Maxi is supposed to go to 0 or to 1, it shouldn't be in this deck. So we'll go down this list, and there you go, boom, 2 Maxis. Not going to sugarcoat it. I thought this was very disappointing, and I do think that this might mean that the OCG / Master Duel will not really do anything about the 2 Maxis in the foreseeable future, which I think is annoying. I think they don't plan on hitting Maxi further than 2 for now, because once again, I think if you have a new player product, it'd be very weird to have illegal cards in there. So I think this is quite annoying, and I didn't see a lot of people talk about this, but I was pretty unhappy with that news that this deck had 2 Maxis in it. Oh yeah, we'll I guess we'll see if that conspiracy holds true. I'll never give up hope on Maxi eventually being limited or banned, but yeah, not too happy about this one. Next small announcement. OCG April 2025 limit regulation announcement. They have an announcement for their ban list announcement, which is something we can only ever dream of. But the new Forbidden and Limited list for April 2025 will be revealed on March 23rd at 9 p.m. Japan Standard Time. I don't know exactly what that is. That's like, what are they? They're a couple hours ahead of Europe. But yeah, essentially, we're getting this one. This is going to be like March 23rd, 24th, when we're going to be able to reveal this on, or yeah, talk about this on stream. The new OCG ban list is happening soon. So just getting that out there. 2 p.m. in Germany. 2 p.m. Wait, no, if it's 9 p.m. in Japan, it should be in the middle of the night in Germany. 2 a.m. is what you mean, maybe. It cannot be 2 p.m. because Japan is ahead in terms of time. Wouldn't it? No? Oh, Japan is back? No, they're ahead. Oh yeah, no, of course, no, they're ahead. That's why I have to subtract. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, washed. Stupid. My streamer's dumb. Yeah. You guys are right. Yeah. Tactical Tri pack. I think it's just gonna be a pack releasing alongside the Tactical Tri decks. And then there's a batch of new cards that I've already taken a quick glance at this morning because I had a feeling that they weren't going to be super relevant and I didn't want to hype them up or say like, oh, we've got some new cards here that are super interesting. These are not very relevant. They're V-Jump promos, which very often are not super powerful. It's usually just like anime imports or something like that. We've got Moon Magician, level 4 light spellcaster. Can only special summon with the first effect once per turn. Can only use the second effect once per turn. If your opponent controls an Xyz monster, you can special summon it from your hand. If this card is normal or special, you can target a level 4 light in your grave, except Moon Magician, special summon it, but its effects are negated. It's like not a terrible card if you're specifically going second into an Xyz deck, which is not very often. I mean, I guess right now with Ryzeal, it'd be a good extender in some level 4 light decks when you're going second, but like, it's not a good enough card, I think. It's not a terrible card, but it's not good enough. We got Moon Gardna, level 4 light spellcaster. You can only special summon with the first effect once per turn. You can only use the second effect once per turn. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Literally worse than Cyber Dragon from 2005. If this card is normal or special and your opponent controls a monster, you can target a level 4 light in your grave, except Moon Gardner, add it to your hand. Yeah, even worse than the one before. And Starship Adjust Plane, level 3 Wind Machine effect monster. You can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. You can target one other machine you control that has a level until the end of this turn. The levels of both that monsters and this card become their combined current levels. Also, you cannot special from the extra deck except Machine Xyz monsters. Unlayable. And then, oh my god, yes, we're getting a new Sky Striker Link 1 monster. But we don't have the effect for it yet. There's been a announcement or reveal of one of the new V-Jump promos, and it's going to be Prototype Sky Striker Ace Amatsu, which, if you look at the link arrows here, is a Link 1 monster. And if there's ever stuff that is incredibly powerful and incredibly likely to be relevant, it is Link 1 support. Link 1, a dark Link 1 Sky Striker could be quite something. Now, here's the bad news. This is a V-Jump promo, and we haven't even gotten like some of the other, I think those were also V-Jump promos, like the other Sky Striker cards. Like, we don't even have Sky Striker Ace Camellia yet in the TCG, which is like ages ago that card came out. So this card is not even out in Japan yet, not even out in the OCG yet, doesn't even have its effect revealed yet. Who knows when we're getting that card? Who knows when we're getting that card? Maybe they're gonna try to move it over here when we get the animation like studios stuff. They're gonna try to release the Sky Striker support a little bit faster. I have no idea, but at this rate, we're getting this card in 45th anniversary secret rare. At some point. I don't know. Moon is proof it can be released early? Yeah, it can be, but it's just like you're just guessing at that point. It's just super arbitrary. There's like no like with Closed Moon, they're like, oh, we're releasing that super fast and super soon because you all need that for your Fiendsmith stuff. And then with Sky Striker, it's just like we're releasing that never. I don't know. Master Duel will have this before the TCG. Not unlikely, right? Because Master Duel does have Camellia already. And that's not out in TCG yet, so. Yeah. But anyways, I wanted to bring it up. I do think some of the past like Sky Striker support has been very hit or miss. Like some of the cards are pretty good, like Camellia, but then they have made a lot of very, very bad Sky Striker support. Like you look at like Aileron or whatever it's called, whatever. Some of the Link 3, Link 4, that stuff. It's just all been so mediocre. And like, yeah, Sages, all of those, like all of it, like giga irrelevant stuff, like not even like barely playable, right? Like completely unplayable stuff. Just because this is a Link 1, I feel like this has high potential. You know, like the effect on a Link 1 doesn't even have to be that broken. As long as it does something reasonable, even if this, like, let's say they give it freaking on summon search area 0. You know, the meme, like, oh, on summon search a field spell card. You know, that'd be pretty damn good. That'd be a pretty damn good Link 1 if it searched area 0 on summon. Like, people would start playing a copy of area 0 again, and you just get it for free, and it'd be sick. Like, that is, I feel like, something that wouldn't even be that unrealistic. But yeah, we'll see. What if it just draws one card? Well, that would be incredibly broken. I think that is, I think a Link 1 that draws a card is better than the Link 1 that searches a field spell.